It should be quick and it should be exciting. Not much between these two players. Klaasen's ranked 25 in the world, Van der Voort 20. They've played 10 times on television, they've won 5 apiece. Very difficult to pick a winner, and it might come down to the fact that Klaasen has the darts in the odd-numbered legs. How do you call it, Chris?
Well, it's a tough one to call.
140.
Klaasen's form has been a little better than Vincent's. But you never know with these guys. They were involved in an incredible match in the World Championships. An outrageous amount of 180 scored in it.
Yeah, 18 I think it was, and nearly 3 years ago now, that December 2007, Van der Voort beat Klaasen 3-2 in sets. It went 6-5 in legs in the final set, and as you say, they were throwing 180s in every other throw almost. It was incredible. And Klaasen missed 10 darts to win that match.
Yeah, it was very early into his career with the PDC. He thinks he's a much more rounded player now.
Yeah. He had to actually beat Van der Voort to win a PDC title in November of that year from Kalani. It was the John McAvoy Gold Dart Classic Players Championship. And how many darts do you think Klaasen could throw in the time it took me to say that, Chris?
Well, at least
about 9.
And he's had a 9-darter this year, so
60.
Yeah, Kalani, wonderful place. One of my favourite places to visit, to go watch the rally, the lake.
121. Vincent to require 120.
First shot at a double possibly then for Van der Voort. Well, not now. After that wild first dart.
80. Jelle require 80.
Double top then for Klaasen to open his account. Well,
40.
got a massive ricochet off the second dart, and Van der Voort coming up for tops himself.
Yes, that's the first one.
Van der Voort hits the target and takes the lead, takes the darts.
Vincent.
There is an area of his game that is a slight weak point. You'd have to say it is the finishing.
140.
Well, almost our first of the match. You'd expect to see some in this, as we've said, 18 when they met at the Worlds.
Phil Taylor, in an interview with Dave Gorman, did say that Jelle put a set of his flights in, but
60.
He said he was going to use them, but he doesn't appear to be using them.
Now they look like the normal Klaasen. Mind you, maybe he should have used them after that. That's strange, isn't it? Be fiddling around with flights in the day of a match, changing shape of flights. Because Taylors have a very distinctive shape, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're very awkward
60.
to throw. I think they sort of suit his own personal action. I think they're they're not something everyone else could get on with. I mean, Jelle does use a pear-shaped flight, so there isn't a great deal of difference.
95.
Van der Voort has got the early drop on Klaasen here. He drove across today, Klaasen, from his home in Holland, just 120 kilometres or 75 miles away if you prefer. Just about an hour and a bit's drive. And came to the venue today, was here pretty early, get himself sorted out and ready for this.
$98. Vincent, you require 120.
Well, he had a pop at this before and hit single 5. This is better. So it's going to be single 20 for the double.
It's awkward.
80.
That's a big advantage Phil Taylor has with his trajectory of the darts. Very rarely blocks out a double.
Bullseye.
55.
Well, his combination finishing is one of his strong suits, Jelle Klaasen, normally. It's when he's got 3 darts in his hand and a double. He sometimes can't get the job done. Van der Voort can.
Vincent
2-0.
Third leg is Jelle. 140.
Incredibly, not seen a 180 yet.
55.
Yeah, you'd have reckoned on probably seeing 5 or 6 in this game.
140.
Do very nicely though for Jelle Klaasen.
The 5th 140 of this match.
100.
Well, Klaasen with 2-2-1 left.
91.
Well, leaves a useful finish, 130. They'll only need to hit the treble once to get at least a shot at the bull, mind you.
102.
Might have to worry about it with Van der Voort so far behind.
130. 80.
Gives himself 50 when he goes back. A few running repairs for Vincent. I think he's just split a cane.
Way back on 2-2-5 here, Van der Voort.
Leaves himself a handy finish.
50.
Double 16 for Klaasen.
He
Just about got it home. Forced it in off the other darts barrel.
Leg is Vincent. Rifles. 100. 60.
Didn't use the light.
58.
Some pretty erratic stuff there from Jelle Klaasen. We saw him have a good run at the World Match Play in Blackpool. In the end, it took Simon Whitlock to knock him out in the quarterfinals, but he had a couple of good wins over Mervyn King and Gary Anderson. And talking of Mervyn King, we'll be seeing the King in action in our last game of the night. He takes on Barry Bates after this one's done and dusted.
Barry had a good match play and he went out first round, but
Yeah.
it was a great performance against Phil Taylor for the first 11 legs of the match.
Yeah, led 5-4, didn't he? So there was a sniff of an upset, which Taylor
45.
quickly snuffed out. I tell you, he's throwing a lot of erratic darts here, Klaasen, Chris, isn't he? There's a lot of single ones.
Well, he has slowed down his throw a touch, but both players, the quick players, are known for their sort of erratic attack on the 60.
140.
Many of the rat-tat-tat players, if the first one goes in, they'll fill it up, but adjusting is another thing.
I'll tell you what,
22.
he's hitting a heck of a lot of single ones, isn't he?
103.
Starting to lose count. Van der Voort wants 103. Well, choice of double. Double 16 is his choice of double. That's why.
Yes, that's the fourth there.
Finishing so far, 50%, 3 out of 6.
134.
Good switch there from Klaasen. Some trouble 19s.
Wild second arm.
125. 57. 99.
Van der Voort hasn't had much luck in this tournament over the years. Knocked out the first round twice
100.
to Michael Van Gerwen and Ronnie Baxter. Klaasen has a semi-final appearance to his name last year when it took Phil Taylor to derail him. It looks like going Van der Voort's way at the
60.
moment.
Klaasen here, 210, trying to set up a finish.
68.
He's done that.
Well, Van der Voort wants 217. With Klaasen on 142, so
You'd have made him a squeaky favourite before that.
50.
He leaves himself 167. Klaasen wants 142. Two treble 17s for tops.
That's the fifth leg.
It's a great finish.
Klaasen. Sixth leg is Vincent from Rifles.
So, a new one used by a few players now. The first player I've seen go that route was Paul Nicholson. We've seen him go out earlier this evening to Andy Smith.
96.
yeah, the ways of going out have changed so much over the last few years, Chris, haven't they? The ones that we'd never even thought of before have suddenly becoming on vogue, haven't they? Simon Whitlock co-stomping these kind of players have taught us a few finishes.
Yeah, a lot of the Dutch guys have, especially around the 300, 303 mark.
99.